Niners in a minute, but first, Chiefs and Titans. Patrick Mahomes scrambles, makes two guys miss. Ty Roach this sideline, makes two more
How do they
guys
not
miss.
get him down there?
Because they're going for the ball. That's the new trend from NFL defenses. They try to go for the takeaway instead of the knockout.
The problem here is that there's only 11 seconds left in the half.
Right.
And I know they had 2 timeouts, but you get him down there and the Chiefs maybe end up kicking a field goal.
Yep. Such
Thankfully,
a big play.
you don't get him down,
Play.
and I got to push on Chiefs -4 in the first half.
That's what I
That was a close one, Danny.
More from this one. Honey Badger with a bone-crushing hit on Courtney.
Get out.
You know what I love more about the actual hit itself is that Tyrann Mathieu said he actually saw this play that the Patriots had run against this defense and had some success, so he said he knew they would see it again, so he read it perfectly.
Titans, though, on this drive ended up scoring a touchdown. That was when the big, bad pass interference happened.
Yep.
It was 3rd and 22. How do you do that? Come on.
Little basketball, Heat and Spurs. Derrick Jones Jr. skies above 2 Spurs defenders to put down a big slam.
God.
The second place in the Eastern Conference, Miami Heat,
Yes.
I must add.
That's
Watch
true.
out, Bucks.
The Spurs end up getting the win. The Heat have some all-time athletes on their squad. He might be the best leaper in the NBA. And is that my guy Pirtle that just gets embarrassed there? Oh no,
man.
Pirtle. Oh, no. Timber.
All right, the late game last night wasn't much of a battle for the Packers and Niners. Niners would absolutely dominate thanks to an unlikely hero in running back Raheem Mostert. 29 carries, 220 yards, and 4 touchdowns. First player in NFL history with 4 rushing touchdowns in a conference championship game. Niners win 37-20. They advance to Super Bowl 54. Nick, was this more about the Niners' dominance or the Packers' lackluster performance?
Oh, I want to give full credit to the Niners. This is about their dominance. And it was a carbon copy of Week 12 where there's a critical fumble that takes points off and leads points for the opposition, where the end of the first half could not possibly have gone worse for the Packers than it ended up in Week 12. It looked like you're going to go into the half down 20-0. They tack on a field goal. This one, it looked like you're going to go into the half down 20-0. They tack on a touchdown. And I feel like such an idiot. My lifelong commitment to take integrity has never cost me more than it did in analyzing this game. Because before the year, Danny, I said Super Bowl, Chiefs, Packers. Yep. And the last thing I want to do is a conference championship weekend when they're both alive is divert in any way. But we sat right here after the Week 12 game. And I said what I believed and what I saw at the time, which was the Packers' only path to the Super Bowl is someone else beating San Francisco. If Seattle gets them and beats them, if San Francisco trips up early, because they can't block San Francisco and they can't deal with San Francisco's blockers. The defensive line for San Francisco dominated in both matchups. The offensive line for San Francisco dominated in both matchups. And so that's what happened yesterday. It was, now Green Bay and Rodgers, a lot of those numbers are hollow, and he's going to hate rewatching his performance in this. But the Niners annihilated the Packers, and they could have done it with quite literally anyone playing quarterback. It was all about their big people in their run game and their pregame plan. Credit to Kyle Shanahan, one of the best offensive minds in the world, and credit to that Niners defensive front that John Lynch has been first-round pick on to do what they did.
I think it's even a cop-out to say it's a combination of 49ers domination with a lackluster performance from the Packers, because I think it was just sheer domination. When you're able to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, which was glaringly obvious in that game, as you had Aaron Rodgers, who was absolutely spooked in the first half. He was thrown off his game. He was jittery in the pocket. He couldn't wait to get rid of the football. Combine that with the dominance on the run game when they're able to establish the run where Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't even have to hardly attempt to pass in the second half. That is a complete annihilation on both sides. That was all about the 49ers dominance.
Did anyone think that this team would be Super Bowl bound at the start of the season? Danny, did you? Because I know you were not fully bought in. What about you, Danny?
No, I mean, I was looking up their odds before, and they were around 30-1, which was about the same as the Falcons, same as the Vikings. So some people believed them. I personally didn't. I didn't think Jimmy Garoppolo with the limited window. Like, I'm always a believer in I need to see more. I need to see a bigger body of work before I believe that a quarterback can take a team to a Super Bowl. I've just seen too many one-hit wonders where they go on streaks for 6 or 8 games and then they get exposed. I've been pleasantly surprised with Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, he wasn't needed much in this game.
Yesterday wasn't really about Jimmy Garoppolo at all.
But it still takes something to get your team to the #1 seed, to have all the success they did. It's a credit to both, though, because Kyle Shanahan has developed this run, which is very similar. I played for Mike Shanahan in Denver. You can see the blueprint very clearly. It's the commitment to the run. And again, look at the backs that they've gone through this year. Castaways, which was very similar to the Denver Broncos.
Orlando Scary, Mike Anderson, or even in Cleveland when they brought the system there. Yep. When Kyle Shanahan's there, Peyton Hillis. I don't want to say anyone can run in this system with the right offensive lineman, but it seems like anyone that's good enough to make the NFL can look like a star in this system if you have the right offensive lineman with this play call.
And that's the tribute that's there. And that's the consistent commitment to the run is very clearly there. And Mostert had such an incredible game.
Yeah, not taking away anything from what Mostert did still.
Absolutely. Mostert is such an incredible story. If you're looking and it's you know, he was a practice squad guy in 2015, spent time on 5 different rosters before finally getting an opportunity on the 49ers practice squad, almost gets cut. And he talked about, hey, Coach Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan believed in me and how that belief was so important, how it all culminated in last night's sort of breakout performance on the big stage. It's an unbelievable story.
Jenna, to answer your question, I am shocked by the Niners as far as what I thought about them going into the year. Not shocked by them what I thought of them going into the playoffs, even though I picked the Packers to win a close game yesterday foolishly. I thought this was a 7 or 8 win team. I did not see the leap coming that Vegas saw when they had said they were, you mentioned that they were in that kind of 3rd tier of Super Bowl contenders where they had their projected win total at 9. I said, where are the wins coming from? I know that Jimmy G got hurt last year and it derailed their